I don't feel tardy. Yeah, time to take you to school. Hurd class.
Learn music,
Hurd class.
notation,
Hurd class.
sight reading,
Hurd class.
theory, not to mention history. So open your ears, lose your fears, and get ready to learn to read music. Hurd's class.
Hi, welcome to Hurd's Class, Episode 7. It's another review. This time, we're going to do notes inside the treble staff. This one is about repetition. It's about, wait for it, I'm going to use a word, automaticity. Automaticity, you say? What is automaticity? Automaticity is the ability to immediately respond to something without analysis, without calculation. If I said to you, hey, what's 2 times 2? Immediately, you thought 4. I turn to you, I say, what's 13 times 13? Do you have the answer yet? Most of us will take time to calculate. It's 169. I know my perfect squares. The reality is automaticity is the ability to respond to that stimulus instantaneously without spending any horsepower, any mental horsepower thinking about it. It's that ability to immediately respond because you know exactly what you're looking at. And so let's start this episode with a quote by Norman Vincent Peale. And that quote would be, repetition of the same thought or physical action develops into a habit which, repeated frequently enough, becomes an automatic reflex. And that, my friends, is automaticity. And when we're looking at music, what we hope for is instantaneous response, and we need to synthesize different systems within the brain. So when you look at a staff, knowing that the middle line is B is not going to be enough, because we need to connect that to your ear. We need to connect that to your sense of time. And that holistic approach to feeling, seeing, hearing in the moment is going to allow you to become an effective sight reader, because where we're headed is towards being able to be an effective sight reader. Somebody who can look at music, hear it, sing it, perform it as they see it. So here's where we were in the first 5 episodes. We introduced you to this idea of the G clef. Yep, there it is, the second line. We said the G clef lives on the second line. It swirls around the second line, and it tells you where the note G lives. The G clef is, if you're playing piano, the right hand of the piano grand staff. The G clef is a useful tool because most of the music that we sing, unless you're singing bass, is going to be in G clef. So for tenors, for altos and sopranos, the majority of the music you'll see is going to be in G clef. So there we are. We said, okay, G lives on that line right there. And then we gave you 2 memory devices to remember the scale. 2 mnemonics, if you will, to remember the scale. So those 2 mnemonics we gave you were, every good boy does fine. Those were the lines of the treble staff. That's right, we said, every good boy does fine. And then we introduced a mnemonic, a memory device, if you will, a mnemonic, to help you learn the spaces. And we said, it's right here. It's as plain as the nose on your face. Face. F-A-C-E. Again, those spaces, F-A-C-E. So what we're looking for is for you to begin to develop more rapid recall. Rapid recall is the beginning of being able to sight read. So if I said middle line, did you immediately say B? If I said middle line, second space, second line, did you think B-A-G? If I went middle line, second space, second line, second space, middle line, middle line, middle line. Did you hear? B-A-G-A-B-B-B. What we're looking for is for you to begin to develop these skills where less time is spent thinking, wait, every good boy does fine, face, and going, top line, F, top line, F, bottom line, E, bottom line, E, middle line, B. It does take time. It takes practice. In the brief assessment that follows this video, you're going to be asked to identify every good boy does fine and F, A, C, E. But it's not going to be hard yet because we're not asking you to synthesize all those skills. We're not asking you to sing it yet. We're not asking you to put it on an instrument yet. But again, what are we working towards? We're working towards this concept of repetition, 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 because we're trying to achieve automaticity. And automaticity is that ability to instantly look at the staff and respond, not just knowing the letter, but deeper still, being able to hear it. And in later episodes, we're going to work on our sight reading skills where we teach the ear to connect to the eye, and we begin to hear it in our heads. So thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you in the next episode. Enjoy the quiz.
Learn music. Notation. Sight reading.